Hey, folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for everyone that has subscribed to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. We're at like 889 subscribers now. Man, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for subscribing to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. I really appreciate it. If you're watching for the first time as well, please consider hitting that subscribe button. The Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000. We're at 889. We're almost there. And on social media, you can catch me at Shooting Up North on Twitter. You can catch me on Facebook, Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. And you can catch me on Instagram at Shooting Up North as well. So go ahead, check it out. Actually, Instagram, I think is, let me just double check. I think I changed. Let me just pull up Instagram. Let me give you the right handle for okay, I'm sorry. So I recently changed it. So on Instagram, you can catch me Alliance PW Network. So Alliance PW Network, you can catch me on Instagram. So check me out on social media. Give me a follow, give me a like, join the group, hit subscribe here at the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. Alliance Pro. I'm getting so excited. Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button as well. Okay, so Fightful.com putting out this this report here. It says Moose ponders what would happen if he walked through the forbidden door to face Roman Reigns. Moose. It says Moose wants to know. Moose says Moose wants to walk through the forbidden door and face the head of the table. Later in the month of January, Mickie James, the current Knockouts champion from Impact Wrestling, will return to the WWE to compete in the Royal Rumble match. Now Moose is saying that he wants in on the fun as well. After a successful World Championship defense at Impact Hard to Kill last night, Moose took to Twitter to ask the hypothetical question of what would happen if he faced Roman Reigns. So his tweet, you might have seen it already, but his tweet was, I claim to be the wrestling god. He claims to be the head of the table. With all this forbidden door talk, what if, thinking person emoji, at WWE Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, I don't think, has responded at all to it. Otherwise, it would be... I'm sure Fightful would have it here. But Moose calling out Roman Reigns. He wants to walk through the forbidden door and challenge Roman Reigns. That would be fantastic. That would be a terrific match. Moose against Roman Reigns 1-on-1. That would be a great match. I think there will be a lot of buzz behind it. But will it happen? Probably not. Probably not going to happen. I think there's like a 0.1% chance of a match like that ever happening, unless Moose goes to WWE. Or if Roman Reigns goes to Impact Wrestling, but or you never know. You never know. I mean, who knew? Who thought that Mickie James was going to be entering the Royal Rumble, wearing the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship, and who thought that WWE would ever acknowledge her being the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship on WWE TV and on WWE social media? So it might be a first step there. You never know. You never know. If this could eventually happen, but it's highly unlikely in my opinion. Don't want to be negative, but you got to be realistic as well. We'd love to see it. It would be I think it would be create a huge amount of buzz amongst professional wrestling fans. But I don't think we'll see it, to be honest. But it's cool. It's good. Forbidden door talk. Moose calling out Roman Reigns. WWE, maybe they realize that, hey, working with other companies might not be such a bad thing. And again, it's just this whole Mickie James thing could be the first step. And she better be wearing that Knockouts Championship. Because that's the only reason why she won the match last night. I truly believe that up until that deal was made with the WWE, that Deonna Purrazzo was booked to win that match. But once Mickie James was announced for the Royal Rumble and announced as the Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion, that they wanted to keep the title on her. So she goes down to the ring wearing the belt. I think she did say on social media that she's going to walk down the aisle wearing the Impact Wrestling Knockouts championship as well. So which is really cool. I don't think she's under contract with Impact Wrestling. I think she's still she's still a free agent, and she could work. She's freelancing right now, I believe. I don't think she has a contract, but still, for her to walk down the aisle wearing the Impact Wrestling Knockouts Championship would be just fantastic. So hopefully she'll wear it. And I really think it's cool that Moose is throwing his name in the hat there and basically calling out Roman Reigns. So we'll see if Roman Reigns responds. It'll be interesting to see if Roman Reigns responds. What if Roman Reigns wants it, and Roman Reigns goes to Vince McMahon and says, let's get this done, and Vince McMahon says, that's a good idea, let's get it done, and then we see Moose against Roman Reigns, champion versus champion. How how crazy would that be, man? How crazy would that be? But again, I think it's highly unlikely that we'll see that, but we'll see. You never know. We'll see. Oh, sorry. So here's some Impact Wrestling news and notes. I'm going to read this here. So it says Impact Wrestling will tape TV today in Dallas, Texas, at the factory, featuring the fallout of the fantastic Hard to Kill pay-per-view last night. The taping will feature Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Roxy versus Deonna Purrazzo. I think Deonna Purrazzo is going to take the Ring of Honor Women's title from Roxy at that match. We'll see what happens, but they're taping the match tonight. It says internally, Impact Wrestling was thrilled with the buzz Mickie James being in the Royal Rumble received, feeling it led to a lot of last minute additional interest in the pay-per-view. So I'd love to see what the pay-per-view numbers are. I have a feeling they did really well. It was a fantastic pay-per-view. Check out my recap and review. It's now up on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network, so definitely check that out. And I did an interview with Josh Matthews recently as well, so check that out as well. It says Tom Hannafin received universal praise behind the scenes for his call of the pay-per-view. Him and D'Lo Brown have had great chemistry all night, and I agree. And I love Ian Riccaboni coming in there, being the third guy. It was just fantastic. But Tom Hannafin getting universal praise backstage, and he's going to be around for quite some time. Very excited about the new play-by-play announcer, Tom Hannafin. Said last night's Impact pay-per-view was the first time the Knockouts Championship closed an Impact Wrestling pay-per-view since the creation of the championship back at Bound for Glory. So it's the first time that was the main event. And we are told, and I'm getting this from PW Insider, so I know there was a little controversy with PW Insider yesterday with Kimberly, but this is from PW Insider, so this is where I'm reading from. It says we are told the plan is for the Ring of Honor interlopers, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, PCO, and Vincent, to be at today's taping. And actually, none of these talents are currently under Ring of Honor contracts. So it says PCO had entered Ring of Honor in November 2021, while the other deals expired at the end of the year. I'm not 100% on Maria Kanellis's Ring of Honor contractual status, but she obviously will be there at the taping as well. It says the inspiration versus the influence bout for the Knockouts Tag Team Championship will take place at the forthcoming Fort Lauderdale TV taping. Sorry, I got a little tongue tied there. But it's interesting. The Ring of Honor talent. Well, they're not really Ring of Honor talent anymore. They're all free agents. So I'm wondering if Impact Wrestling is going to try to sign all of them, because Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, that's a great duo right there. Great tag team. I really feel that they are the next Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. Them against the Good Brothers will be just fantastic series of matches. Hopefully it's a series of matches. But even if it's one, it's going to be a terrific match. And give me 1 second. Sorry, got to take a drink of water. Be a terrific match when the Good Brothers put the titles on the line against Matt Taven and Mike Bennett. I'd be very disappointed if we don't get that match. I'm almost certain we're going to get that match. PCO as well, Vincent. Love to see them, sign another group of talent, and we'll see. We'll see if Impact Wrestling signs them. And there's a lot of other potential Ring of Honor talent out there. We saw Jonathan Gresham last night. Is Ring of Honor going to sign? I'm sorry, is Impact Wrestling going to sign Jonathan Gresham? Are we going to see more? I hope we see more of Jonathan Gresham. He's just fantastic. Actually, at the Terminus show, which is coming up next Saturday, Jonathan Gresham in a pure rules match defending the Ring of Honor world title against Josh Alexander. That's going to be an epic encounter. I can't wait for that one. It's next week. It's going to be on Fight TV, Terminus, Jonathan Gresham and Baron Black's promotion. So that I can't wait for that one. But I would love to see them sign a few of these. If they're going to sign anyone, they're going to sign anyone. Definitely Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Maria Kanellis will be a great group to bring in. Vincent also. I can see Vincent coming in, doing something with Rosemary, possibly. He has that look. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And PCO is a monster, but he's like 54, 55 years old, so he doesn't have too much long left. And he's taking the crazy bumps too at his age. So we'll see. We'll see if they sign any of these guys. But again, I would love to see Mike Bennett, Matt Taven taking on the Good Brothers for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championship. Be a great match. Hopefully, we'll get that match soon. And Impact Wrestling's next pay-per-view will be April 23rd, Rebellion at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York. Big arena. I'm hoping they sell out. But we'll see. We'll see if they sell out. I'm really hoping that they sell out there. Again, a nice size. I think it holds about 5,000-6,000 people. So I could be off on that. But we'll see if see how it goes there at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. I'm glad to see that they're getting in a bit bigger arenas, and the crowd at Gillies last night was fantastic. I think there was about maybe 1,000, 1,500 people there, but it was great stuff. Looking forward to these tapings. I'm gonna have some spoilers later on. I have a connection. I have a connection. One of my buds is headed to the TV tapings, and he's gonna let me know what happened. So I'm gonna have some spoilers later. I'll put spoiler alerts up and everything, but I'm very excited to see what happens at today's tapings. So until then. Thank you very much again for joining me today. Again, check out my recap and review of Hard to Kill. It's up now on the channel. And check out my recent interview with Josh Matthews, also up on the channel. But until I'm back, thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye-bye.